Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm joined by a special guest. This is Sophia, one of my roommates. We're going to do a series of like joint videos, and the series is called Small Chops and Small Talk. The first episode centers breakfast, so I'm having scrambled eggs, some weird bacon, baked beans situation, bacon, toast and a sausage and a hot cup of tea, because which breakfast is complete without one? And
so I'm having bread and egg. I don't know if you can see. And then chicken bacon. And then I'm going to have some mangoes. I love mangoes, so yeah.
we both have mangoes.
Yeah,
I'm
she
going
can
to
have
try.
some if she
Oh, thanks. I'm going to be respectful and not, like steal her market, but
you can have
free
some.
reign. So we move. Do you want to like introduce yourself properly?
What am I supposed to say? My name is Sophia and I'm Na's friend.
And roommate.
And roommates. We've been roommates for like a year.
So where are you from, Sophia?
So I'm Canadian. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. So I'm from Ghana, Accra, Salt Pond.
Okay.
I'm a fancy girl. I was born in Accra, and I grew up in Accra for like 12 years. Then I moved to Canada.
Hi. I'm from Nungwa. Please don't make any Nungwa Twitter jokes. I beg. Don't do it. I'm from Nungwa, grew up in Nungwa, went to school in Nungwa until university. Actually, no. Senior high school, I was in Ibri Girls. So, from Nungwa to Ibri. What's your favorite childhood memory?
I think I can't really remember the details, but I think it was Ghana at 50, and because we never really used to go to town like that, so Ghana at 50, we linked up with my auntie and my cousins, and we just went. I think we went to Osu, and then I think what I really remember was those tall things. I don't know what it's called.
My brain is saying palanquin, but that's definitely not what it is.
Yeah, those things. It was my first time seeing them.
I think my favorite childhood memory would be calling for rain with my grandpa. So my grandpa had this thing that he would do every year after the Hamatan. This was like Gasapunpa, like very religious man, very, Bible driven. So after the Hamatan was over and it was time for the rainy season to come, he would gather all his like grandchildren and great grandchildren, and we would fill buckets full of water, right? Then we would all stand in the middle of the compound and pray, and then we would fetch the water like with cups and whatever and throw them in the air, and so it would mimic rain. It's one of the things I miss about him. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food is plantain. Anything plantain, just give it to me and I'll eat it.
It's almost scary.
I can eat plantain breakfast, lunch, dinner.
I think she has at some point.
Even when I'm sick, that's the only thing I can eat. Like if I'm sick, I can. That's the only thing.
Like the soft one or
anyone. Just give me plantain. I'll just.
Cool. Those who are trying to toast Sophia, please come with bunches of plantain or don't come at all.
Yeah.
Period. Okay. My favorite food. I have a very soft spot for groundnut soup because it's like comfort food for me. So that's one of the things that we enjoy eating together.
Even like boiled plantain with people like feel like it's so weird, but it's the best
so
combination.
You would eat plantain and groundnuts. Why won't you eat plantain and groundnuts?
See, I didn't even think of that.
The progression, mind of a mastermind. Okay, next question. What was your favorite subject in high school?
You answer first.
My favorite subject, it was between French and Ghana. I like languages, right? Everything else is great, but learning languages is always something that I've been drawn to doing. So French was fun because I've been doing it since primary school, but then Ghana, it's one thing to like speak Ghana at home, and another thing to like to learn it in an academic setting.
Okay, so for me, because I went to a Canadian high school, so it's like there was certain subjects that is not like the typical French. Yeah. So I like world issues because I think it was the beginning of like I guess things for me. That's how I started to like law and all those like social justice. Yeah, that's how I got interested in it, and I was really good at it. Like my grades were really high. The teacher liked me, so.
What would you say your best physical feature is?
Physical feature. I really like my eyes, but I also like my small hips.
Yes, hips are not small.
My hips are. It's okay.
I'll just leave it at that.
What about you?
How does one determine one's favorite when every part of one's body is one's favorite?
Sorry, you're a bad bitch.
Already you know, come on. I really like my thighs. Like I never had to do too much, but they're always still toned.
Yeah, you have nice legs.
Oh, thank you. I don't like them, but now that Zubia said I have nice legs, nobody can tell me anything. Sorry for yourself. And I feel like people would expect me to see my dimples, but they've always been a part of my face. It's never something I pay attention to. Favorite ice cream?
I think it's like caramel.
Okay.
Häagen-Dazs or whatever that thing is.
Häagen-Dazs.
Yeah. The caramel, I don't know how to say it in Thailand. It's like, I embarrass myself.
Caramel what?
It's called Dolce.
Dolce de leche?
Yeah. I don't know how to say it, so.
It might be leche, I don't know.
But that's my favorite. It's the best ice cream ever.
Okay.
Yeah.
My favorite flavor is chocolates. I'm also one of those chocolate mint people. Yes, I eat frozen ice cream and it's enjoyable for me. That shit is good, okay?
Mint and chocolate don't go together.
And yet they do, and they sell out every time. So
how do you know they sell out?
Sophia, look at the material. Look at the material. If nobody was buying it, they wouldn't make it. And that's just on period.
I'm sure they don't make a lot, just make a little bit for the lost ones.
Why would you continue to make little bits of the same ice cream, and every time we go, it's at different stages of being scooped? You can't say anything.
Oh, you're talking about when you go to the ice cream. Hey, speaking of ice cream, we have to go soon.
We do.
Now that I'm not on my kids.
Now we're moving on to the first times portion of the video. First time on campus. Like University of Waterloo campus, what do you think?
Oh, like what I think?
What did you think the first time you went?
Oh, the first time. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it was really boring. The campus was so basic. It wasn't like, wow, breathtaking.
You were on like the main campus, or did you go to another one?
So I think, we were on the main campus.
Okay.
So we went to arts lecture hall.
Okay.
That's where it was. Like, can you imagine showing me arts lecture hall? It's so old. Anyways, so the programs, when I went there, the programs were amazing. So I was like, yeah, this is my school. And it truly was my school. So I think exploring it more, because I didn't have time to explore the whole campus. So when we went to explore it more, like later on, I was like, it's not bad.
In my first time on campus, I was really struck by how big it is. So I was coming from a university in the heart of Rome. We went to a lot of students to begin with. And everybody kind of knew everybody. We had two campuses that were like a 5-minute walk from each other. You don't even need to take the bus to get to where you're going, like if you're going from campus to campus, right? But UW was so different. It was huge, and the faculties are huge. Some of the class sizes aren't huge, but the class size, like the number of people who are scheduled to graduate in a particular year, huge. What was the first class you ever failed?
I don't feel that class.
My first time failing a class, like failing. was probably in undergrad. I made the silly rookie mistake of trying to take a statistics class in summer. 6 weeks of school. I'm not math inclined. I was already struggling with, was it macro? I think it was macroeconomics. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna take this statistics class in the summer and balance everything out. It made everything worse. So when that was happening, my dad and I didn't tell my mom that that's what we were planning to do. And my mom is like an econs student, right?
Oh.
So it was after I had failed. It was after I had failed that we told my mom that, oh, this is what I did during the summer, and you know, it didn't source. And she was like, statistics, you don't take it in like a short period. You need like a long period of time to actually learn what is in front of you. I was like, okay, cool.
That was last year.
The damage had already been done, so
anything math.
now I know. So I like run away from it before I even have to deal with the difficulty.
I mean, I think I failed math in high school. So I had to take summer school. That's the only class I failed.
Math teachers, please, we beg you, be patient with us, okay? Okay. That's really it. Wow.
We're done.
We finished our food and we finished the video. That's great. This has been the first episode of Small Chops and Small Talk. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. Wave.